I'm a sip. I run the racks over.
Mere fees from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Go!
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Stiff arm success. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down. Staying with Robinson. He finds some space again. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Has him on the quick hitter. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lawrence now off the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Red 23.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
1st down throw, Lawrence. He'll get this one to Brown. He has room past the 25. Keeps himself upright. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 1-score game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Robinson on the inside give. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their early lead to 13. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ron.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1. They go right back to ETN. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Hey.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That is Lewis Seen. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. A toss now to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go, set, go.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They just get the play off. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. So some time to maybe reconsider. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They are looking at 4th down, however. They'll run it with Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a first down.
On 1st down, here's Penix. His running back hauls it in deep right. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, go. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to... That's cut at the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face 2nd down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Hey, kill.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Go, let's go.
Lawrence facing 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
The kick by Shudak is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Penix now on 1st down. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Jaguars take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Red on red.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Jaguars with the football.
Hey, run.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars chop some of the lead off before the half. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars make it an 11-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Foye with the pick. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
On red. Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Catch is made in close. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and just 2 to go. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 1-score game before halftime. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying the time for that play that led to the score.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down.
Shut up.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Has room down the left sideline. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Let's go. Go.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Easy.
Trying again following the sack. He'll get this to Etienne. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That's taken in by Etienne. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Catch is made down the right sideline. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Hey, go!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going deep. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Jags offense hasn't left since the touchdown. They're going for 2 here. He's throwing for it. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Let's go now.
Another carry for Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's a handoff for Algier. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And they bring him down around the 34. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Flush down now to his left. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They managed just 1 yard there. It's going to be 4th and 9. So now on is wk3 for the Falcons field goal. On the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Rip, 23.
From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Play made there by Clark Phillips. 6 defensive backs out there. Falcons in the dime on 3rd. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4.
Here we go.
He'll throw it. Throw is caught by the back. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Hey, Lion! 11, Agate.
From the gun, ETN gets it. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars down by only 2 in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. Oh, he avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. For the touchdown. The Falcons push this to an 8-point game. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now. 36. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, first and 10.
Hey, easy, route.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Throw left side, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down throw, Lawrence. Throwing the out route, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
All right, let's go. Easy, read him, 44.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. It is caught left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Rip, 23.
Still sticking with the passing game. Throwing deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Rocco switch, let's go.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
On these first and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Go!
Handoff now to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards there, partner. A strong gain. And now a much more manageable 3rd and 4.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons up by just a couple of points. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now the give for Bijan. Across midfield to the 45. Into the red zone. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons go up by 8 at the end. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Red on red. Here we go.
Lawrence throwing here. ETN on the catch. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, run! Silver!
Another try following the sack. Completed to Davis. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Hey, Lion.
Looking to throw it. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
On red.
They're going to try with ETN. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That's a dream come true right there as a play caller, Kate. You leave the offense out there on 4th and inches. You try to pound it forward just to move those chains. And you get the best of both worlds. You move the chains for a lot more.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 2nd and 3 now.
Kill. Hey, let's go. Hey, I'm gun.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Stays up front. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut